Hello everyone, welcome to Lukman IS. Today we are going to have the Hindu analysis of 19th October 2020. So let us see which are the important articles in today's The Hindu newspaper. So these are the articles for mains purpose and for prelims purpose. Let us try to understand them and take input for our examination. So first article on page number 6, editorial page. The context of the article: recently we know that the global hunger index was released, and the poor performance of India and relevance of that index to food security in India, food and nutritional security in India, we can say that. So the article is talking about that. In first part it is giving some facts like global hunger index में India का rank क्या है, and also how NFHS 4 of 2015-16 is also giving similar kind of facts. Okay, so yes, first of all we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about the need of revamping PDS in India. Okay, so this year's global hunger index places India in company of Sudan, rank of 94 out of 107. Now this is important for your prelims examination, the rank, with unedifying assessment of national situation as serious. Okay, the country's score is 27.2, is the worst among the BRICS countries and inferior to Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Nepal among the South Asian countries. Okay, so global hunger index is developed around the wasting and stunting under 5, the share of population with insufficient caloric we can say caloric intake, या फिर इसको अंडर नरिशमेंट भी बोला गया है. And fourth factor is child mortality. So yes, earlier also we have discussed about these four criteria, determinants of global hunger index. The evidence from NFHS, National Household Family and Household Survey जिसको बोला जाता है, of 2015-16 is not very different. What it is talking about? It is found that under 5 stunting from chronic undernourishment stood at 38%, and wasting as a result of acute lack of nutrition as 21%. So either you can mention the facts of global hunger index or from this survey also, whenever the question or even in essay is related to food security or nutritional security. The latest GHI measure is reminder that much work is necessary to bring the true benefits of National Food Security Act 2013 to unreached, not merely as hunger mitigation through cereals, but as nourishment through a diverse diet that includes fat, protein and micronutrients also. Okay, so micronutrients are very much important for nutritional security, or we can say that the hidden hunger, to eliminate the hidden hunger among the children. In its pursuit of fraud within the PDS, it is inclined to take hard measures that would deprive the disabled and elderly of even cereals by insisting on biometric verification to get supply. So yes, we can understand that biometric verification is not let's say foolproof measure for verification, and therefore many of let's say beneficiaries are not receiving their benefits under this scheme, National Food Security Act. The strengthening of PDS with focus on women's health would lead to healthier pregnancy and stronger supplementary nutrition under ICDS scheme would give children a better chance of all around development. So this is very much important. The strengthening of PDS is required. The importance of sustained and immediate intervention is further underscored by recent findings of International Food Policy Research Institute scholars that 3 out of 4 rural Indians cannot afford a balanced and nutritious diet. Yes, recently on front page of the Hindu newspaper, there was let's say findings of this study, and what is that? 3 out of 4 rural Indians cannot afford a balanced nutritional diet. You can mention this fact also in essay also. The right to food would be meaningless if it leaves large section of Indians hungry, stunted and wasted. So this is a very good conclusion for this such kind of question if it appears. So social justice, and ये GS2 में रहा social justice, and GS3 में क्या है? Food security. Okay, so PDS and all that comes under food security in GS3, while social justice comes under GS2. So such kind of question, again this statement directly taken, and with reference to this statement discuss the need of revamping PDS in India to ensure food security, we can say that. Fine? Okay. Moving on to next article, the Hughes in the Green Tribunal's resilient journey. So yes, the context of the article is that recently on 18th October 10 years of NGT, National Green Tribunal, we had celebrated the anniversary of NGT. Now what is the background, how this NGT came to be at first place, and the track record of NGT, how it has helped in various aspects, and some key challenges that it is facing at present. Okay, so yes, background, the sheer number and complexity of cases with several more being added every week. ये किसके रिगार्डिंग है, एनवायरमेंट रिलेटेड केसेस, ठीक है. So yes, led the Supreme Court of India to designate a special bench to handle these matters. This bench, which met every Friday to deliberate on these and many other matters, came to be known as Forest Bench. ठीक है, तो वो फ्राइडे को पहले होता था सुप्रीम कोर्ट का बेंच. Given the time constraints of the top court and high courts, some cases had been pending for decades, interspawning other linked matters which further delayed the process. It was clear that enforcement, protection and adjudication of environmental laws required a specialized dedicated body. A tribunal staffed with judges and environmental experts would need to be empowered to hear these issues, so that the burden on high courts and Supreme Court could be reduced. So this was the need that was felt during that time, we can say a decade ago. The quality of time spent on these issues could also be increased. Unlike the Supreme Court, the tribunal could have benches in various states and thereby increasing access to all citizens. Thus the idea of NGT was born. Fine. So what is the track record? We can say that since its inception, the NGT has, apart from creating new breed of legal practitioners, protected vast areas of forest land, halted the polluting construction activities in metros and smaller towns. It has penalized errant officials who have turned the blind eye towards the enforcing laws and held large corporate entities to account. It has protected rights of tribal communities and ensured the enforcement of polluter pays principle in letter and spirit. So this is the significance of NGT. We can say that the work in last 10 years, you can give some examples. जैसे यमुना बेसिन पे जो आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग का एक इवेंट हुआ था, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट द डिस्ट्रक्शन दैट हैज कॉज्ड इन दैट बेसिन, yes, Art of Living Foundation was fined by the NGT, and similar kind of cases like the proactive role played by NGT in tackling the Delhi air pollution problem, you can also talk about that. Okay, so key challenges at present the NGT is facing. The NGT must focus on less on governance issues and more on adjudication. Benches have to expand manifold, यानी कि strength बढ़ानी पड़ेगी, and vacancies have to be filled quickly. So there are many vacancies at present and that should be filled. So in conclusion, we can say that in its next decade, NGT must continue to remain a proactive inconvenience to all those who take actions that make economic without ecologically sustainable. Okay, so economic growth without ecologically sustainable. So explain the role of NGT in ensuring ecological sustainability and discuss challenges faced by it. So you can take input from this article. So GS3 में या GS2 में governance है, या GS3 में environment section जो है, उस section से आपको NGT के ऊपर specific question आ सकता है. Fine. Next. Strength of judiciary lies in people's faith in it. So directly you can expect essay topic like this. Strength of judiciary lies in is people's faith in it. Okay, so directly essay topic we can take. Justice N.V. Ramana, who is next in line with seniority to become CJI, the senior most judge in the Supreme Court, said the greatest strength of judiciary lies in the faith of the people in it. The faith, confidence and acceptability cannot be commanded, they have to be earned. So these statements can be used as captions directly. There are innumerable qualities that a person needs to live with that can be called as good life. humility, patience, kindness, a strong work ethic, and enthusiasm to constantly learn and improve oneself. So we can say that directly these are good values that the person can have to become a good person, or we can say moral ethical person. So ये ethics में भी आप use कर सकते हो. These are the values like humility, patience, kindness, strong work ethics. Fine. India passed COVID peak, says DST panel, Department of Science and Technology panel. Okay, so India passed COVID-19 peak in September, and if current trends continue, there will be minimal cases by the February 2021. There are findings of a modeling study of 7-member expert panel on the future course of pandemic. So according to study, India's COVID-19 burden is expected to this much amount. Facts important नहीं है उसमें. This, however, is premised on no spikes being triggered by festivals or mutations in the virus aiding its spread in winter. Okay, so modeling study called COVID-19 India National Super Model. ये स्टडी का नाम है. आप डायरेक्टली वो स्टडी का नाम बता सकते हो जब भी आप क्वेश्चन के बारे में बात करेंगे. That yes, India has passed COVID-19 peak unless we take measures for festival season that we are going to have in coming months, and yes, we have to take protection. Okay, the pandemic has peaked, but this isn't the reason for complacency, as this nice downward trend will continue only if we continue with protective measures. Fine. Yes, GST says will stay. Finance panel chief NK Singh. Okay, so yes, the levy of compensation cess on goods and services tax may have to be extended for quite a few years, perhaps till as late as 2025-26. This is not final yet. However, the chairman of Finance Commission, 15th Finance Commission, NK Singh, has given the signal that it may be extended in future years. Okay, so this is what the Finance Commission is talking about. However, the final report is not yet submitted. Okay, तो उनका 1 साल का रिपोर्ट जो था इंटरिम रिपोर्ट वो तो सबमिट किया गया था, बट अभी पूरे 5 साल का रिपोर्ट अब तक फाइनल सबमिट नहीं हुआ है. Celebrating skinks, Zoological Survey of India lists 62 species in India. So yes, skinks are a variety of reptiles. Okay, common reptiles around homes, garages, open spaces such as parks, school playground, and around the lakes. Although they are common reptiles, their prominent role in maintaining ecosystem. So recently, the Zoological Survey of India published Skinks of India report reveals that India is home to 62 species of skinks and says that 57% of all these are found in India are endemic to India. Okay. They are found in all kinds of habitats in a country, from Himalayas to the coast and from dense forest to the deserts. Okay. Skinks are highly alert, agile and fast moving and actively forage for a variety of insects and small vertebrates. Fine. With 1602 species of skinks across the world, making it largest family of lizard. ठीक है, तो आपको यहाँ पे दिख रहा है, कभी आपने देखा भी होगा कि आपको लगता है वो lizard है, but that is not lizard, rather it is skinks, variety of reptiles. So these are important captions and quotations. The right to food would be meaningless. So ये आ गया है food security से related. We can expect even essay on food security. So you can directly quote this caption, and these are, we can say, judiciary related. So whether it is a question in GS2 or whether it is directly essay, you can use these two statements. Fine. Yes, so these were important articles in today's The Hindu newspaper. For further information on editorial discussion classes or ED classes wherein in-depth analysis of men's related issues is done by Ansari sir and team, you can contact Lukman IS. Thank you.